Ever feel like you're a bit stuck in your shoulders, like you've got limited range of motion, that you can't even really lift your arm up? But when you try to lift your arm up, you're probably going to be popping from your ribs or shrugging your shoulders. That is probably due to a limited range of motion. In other words, limited mobility.
Movement has been my form of self-care for over 20 years, and I want to show you how you too can move and take better care of yourself every day. Hi, I'm Hilda and welcome to my channel.
This is a 3-part video series on shoulders mobility, and today we're going to start with part 1. I'm not a big swimmer, but swimming has got great benefits for our shoulder mobility. Today's movement is going to mimic the freestyle swimming to restore mobility in our shoulder joints. In freestyle swimming, we will be turning our torso, our shoulders, and bring our arms back to propel forward in one nice circular motion. And of course, we have the buoyancy of the water as well as the current sometimes to help us. But this motion requires a lot of shoulder mobility, and we want to learn from it and mimic it, starting in a small range here. After that, we will try to do a full upper body integration. Bring your palm to face forward. Slowly raise your arm up and bring it to the back of your body to see what your range of motion is. Try not to turn your torso because we want to see how much can the arm bone circulate inside the shoulder joints. That will be your shoulder mobility range here. So try on the other side, palm face forward, bring it back. Now if you can't really do a full circle, that's okay. When it comes to doing the movement later, just be a bit cautious and go very slow at the point where you feel the tightness is. To do our shoulder mobility movement, let's start by doing a very light, gentle bounce from your hip joints. The reason why we're doing this is because we want to mimic the buoyancy of the water, and when we start to bounce, we will have more rebound that helps our rib cage and our upper body to rotate and to move as we go on to the subsequent sequence. Okay, from here, let's do the basic movement first of our arms moving in the shoulder joints. So here we're not turning the torso as yet. Moving in full range, but without the full integration. Okay, now from here we're going to start to move with the torso as well, twisting the rib cage as our arm moves to the opposite direction. Note that I am still bouncing. You will find that the bouncing actually helps you to twist better. Just like if you're swimming, the buoyancy of the water will propel you to move forward and swim better. And release. How does swimming motion help with shoulder mobility? When we bring our arm back, we will be rolling the shoulder backward, countering forward shoulders here. And then as we bring our arm higher, look, I will naturally be brought into a slightly arched position, opening my chest. And that's a very desirable thing because we just spend too much time in a seated position doing everything this way for most people. And our body tends to close up more and more. So when we open up, we are creating an antidote to any kind of haphazards that we have accumulated in our daily lives. Hence, you can do this to start with, immobilizing your shoulder joints here, the first step in restoring shoulder mobility. Gradually, we would want the torso to be involved as well because swimming motions go this way, yeah? So it's actually a full body integration here. So when we have our arm up, we will want the opposition created by the twisting of the torso to the opposite side here to help us to move forward. And this is a very good thing for us because when our arms go forward and our torso go the opposite, guess what? We will have this traction. And with this traction, we would be able to release the tightness that is in this part of our ribs, which hardly any exercises or movements pay particular attention to. And this nice dynamic stretch, lengthen the torso, open up the underarm, stretches the arm area, the upper arm area. And you know what? We will feel so open. We will feel so much broader in our upper body here, the front anterior upper body. If you live by the beach or you have access to the pool every day, I highly recommend that you swim as often as you like. But if you don't, doesn't matter, you can do these shoulder mobility movements, it's just as good. The most important thing is we keep moving and we keep getting better every day. Shoulder mobility is the beginning of restoring good posture. And if that is something you have in mind as well, do check out the link in the description box below or just click on the thumbnail at the end of the video and you can check out how you can restore good posture with a little bit improvement every day doing the right movements. That's it for now. See you in part 2 of this series. Have a lovely day.